Y'all know what it is, man. It's two of your favorite Geminis, Don Peoplez and Trav. Trav, what's happening, man?
Just cooling like I do for what good with you.
Oh, man, you know, everything cooling, man. Beautiful weather down here in Atlanta this week. So, you know,
Good Monday night.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying? Good
Yeah,
Monday
man.
night. Yeah, actually, I didn't turn my AC on, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what
AC
I'm saying?
on,
I turned
ready to
my
go.
AC on last night and probably woke up this morning cold as hell. Like
Right,
a
right, right.
fool. It's all good though, man.
All good already.
I'm saying it's hot down here in the city right now.
But you know what's so crazy? And I'm gonna tell you what's weird though. What's weird is ain't no trees and started blooming yet. So I'm still coming outside to skeleton trees and stuff like that, which is kind of weird. And the pollen ain't really went too crazy yet. So that's another weird thing. It's kind of everything's been like a little pushback. But
Yeah, you ain't been over here. Come over here. Come over here.
yeah.
You're gonna leave what you call yellow.
Oh, so it's yeah. I mean, it started to come.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it a little bit, but obviously, I think it's more so because our trees is not bloom where I'm at. So
they're going down. You know, we got all these pine trees over here, man. They're going down over here, man. They've been I've been seeing pollen for 2 weeks, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, like when we got that little first burst of warm weather, and then it got back cold, we started getting pollen over here. Then the weather had fooled the trees.
Definitely motherfucking food the trees, man. But definitely, man, we want to welcome everybody into our live stream podcast, man, that we bring into y'all, man. Everybody who checking us out on YouTube and the whole nine, we definitely salute y'all for timing in. We about to tap in with a couple of different topics, man, and get on into it. But you know, we gotta get into what's going on in Atlanta. You know,
First of all, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. And
yeah, like, subscribe. Hit the notification tab, man. Y'all got to get these videos out, man. It's good for the algorithm, man. Get us circulating, especially when we do these lives. I know a lot of y'all be inboxing like, man, when y'all gonna start doing some more live? Well, man, we here. So y'all know what it is. And y'all, hey, you know, we got something rolled up. Hey, you know, I got the Duce. We pouring up. Let's begin. So let's talk about what's been going on in Atlanta, man. Let's keep it on the home front. Let's bring up Lotto, right? Let's start with Lotto first. Big Lotto. Big Lotto. You know what I mean? Big Lotto. Now she had a situation where she's calling out Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? Well, really, she ain't really calling them out, but everybody know who she talking about, the Super Gremlin. And that he didn't clear a particular verse for her album. Now I find it kind of crazy that she bringing this up in this album time. You know, it's a good promo. You know, a little controversy before the album drop, but I mean, if he didn't clear the record because he didn't let her smash, or you know, she didn't let him smash. I'm sorry. It's like how we posted.
Hold on, I would say hold on, but
yeah.
What
you know, it's all this weird
people?
shit. Yeah, it's all this weird shit going on. So you know, excuse me if I got y'all confused, but he was wanting to smash Lotto. So if he didn't clear it because of that, how do we feel about
these
that?
Men, you know what I'm saying? They
I feel you, dog. I got a little
audio.
I got a little audio, man, a little video, man. We're gonna play this little clip right here, man, and see what she talking about, dog, about this situation right quick, man.
Let's see what she on, man. What's she on?
Don't know how to keep it business, and then they want to like.
What do you mean by that?
So like, I don't care, like, baby, I'm gonna just keep it 100. It's a feature on my album, that it was difficult to clear, and they like trying to drop their nuts on me because I won't respond to a DM.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Is it and without saying the name, but is it artist or producer or somebody?
Artist.
Oh wow.
Artist, yeah.
And they'll still be on the album?
Yeah, just because I love the song so much and I had to turn it in yesterday, so I didn't really have a choice. So I was like back into a corner like bully. But I wish more females would speak up on stuff. I know like the labeling and stuff, they say, you know.
Donnie, hold on. So is she saying since she was backed in the corner and bullied that she went on ahead and gave in?
Yeah, absolutely. She probably said something to her label because you got to think about it. I don't know what.
No, I ain't talking about the label. I'm saying, did she go ahead and give in to this artist?
No, I don't think she gave in to the artist.
Got you.
I don't think she gave in to the artist.
I don't know. I don't know how she's using those words as far as she gave in and got bullied. You know what I'm saying?
I think just meaning like, you know, look, she probably brought this up to a couple of people in her close circle, right? Probably got back to the label or whoever, you know, is the person that turns the album in for. And, you know, they probably was like, man, look, this record hot. He's one of the number one artists out, got one of the number one songs out in the country. We can't take him off the record, you know. But I think now she's bringing out something that we need to talk about, because I think a lot of chicks are smashing for verses.
Yeah, they probably have, man. I think
I know probably.
We know it's happened in the industry. You know, we know that's facts. You know what I'm saying?
So I think with Lotto speaking out on that, I think it's like, you know, what's so crazy about Kodak, right? Now a lot of chicks like Kodak. Shout out to Kodak, but a lot of chicks like
you're
Kodak,
saying it's Kodak.
But I think industry chicks, if you notice, he came at, and I know you don't be keeping up with all this, but you know, he came at Dream Doll, you know, with her sexy ass, but he came at Dream Doll, you know, she politely and disrespectfully declined. And now, you know, Lotto is now, you know, allegedly saying Kodak without saying Kodak, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and at the end of the day, it seems like there's a pattern with this. Also, with Kodak getting dissed in the industry, because a lot of chicks probably looking at him like, man, you know, I got money. Like Lotto, she might not have as much as Kodak. Dream Doll might not have as much as Kodak, but they like, bro, like you a dusty ass nigga from the projects down in Broadard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't, just because you got a couple of dollars, like you dusty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they probably they don't look at them the same as a chick that ain't on. Because I think for a chick that ain't in the game, Kodak probably would be like, you know, one of they probably top dudes, especially for the young girls. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? But I think with Lotto, I think she's just exposing what a lot of female artists go through, especially female artists that don't have a name or, you know, have something to really lean on. Right now, female artists are at the top of the game, if you really want to think about it. Like as far as a whole, as a collective, like the female artists, rap artists, even though they're being, you know, promoted and slutted out in their music, right? The ones that we're talking about, but they've now catapulted into the top of the game, so they really don't need to keep quiet or play the back role, because a female artist can be the number one artist on the label.
That's a fact.
You know, in 2022. So, but if it's, you know, allegedly, if it is Kodak, you know, the artist that he's dealing with, the chick that he went to the game with, remember, and they was getting nasty, and it made the blogs and stuff like that. Yeah, that's his alleged artist, but he, like he said, they whopping. You know, but look at her though. Look at the position she's coming from versus a Lotto. Like, you just, you know, you just a little IG thing. He probably like slutting on, and he like, yeah, I'll put you down with my little situation, and you know, you release, and if something catch, then yeah, we got something.
Right.
But it's crazy that he basing his label, his backing, and all these different things that go into selecting the artist based on she want to give him the pussy. And I wonder how many artists Kodak Black has turned down because they didn't want to engage that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, if he had probably a female artist,
yeah, probably a lot.
And if she bad, because 9 times out of 10, if she kicking that talk, she bad, right? So if she bad and she kicking that talk, you don't think he like, oh yeah, woo woo. Like, I just wonder how many. I think he need to chill out though, because I think it's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that shit, you know, women got a lot of power nowadays, and then they can hit you with some type of allegations, like you.
Let me ask you something. Is Kodak still facing those charges, those sexual assault charges, or is that
no? Yeah, he got that cleared up. He on probation not for that shit though.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, I can't knock him for shooting his shot. Don't get me wrong, right? You can't knock him for shooting his shot, but if he's using his music as leverage, that's where we got a problem. You know, if you're like, yo, I'm not clearing the verse unless you suck me. You know, I mean,
so you're saying it's Kodak?
It's definitely Kodak. Yeah. It's definitely Kodak. Yes, it's Kodak. What I'm saying is, I think that's a problem though. If you say that, like, if you just say, okay, you know, I just don't want to do the song, then that's one thing. But if you like, yo, no, I'll clear this shit, I'll do it. But you gotta, you know, shit, yeah. Right. You gotta do some of that. Now, if you saying that, I can't respect that on the music side, because y'all both supposed to be artists.
Right.
You know, so I mean, shout out for Tolado, man, for speaking up on it, man. Hopefully Kodak, man, he draw back a little bit, because like I said, he being a little aggressive with these industry chicks, man. It don't look like he getting no rhythm, man. That's just my opinion. That's just my take on it, Kodak.
Hey,
don't send the
crazy,
sniper
man.
gang on me. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, I want to ask you about something that you were just saying not too long ago, man, about this 1017 situation, Danny.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
going on with these guys, man?
Gucci Man.
Hold on, first of all, you see this shit that Gucci just posted like a couple days ago? Who the hardest unsigned artist out right now? I'm trying to get him a deal and $1 million today. Is Gucci reaching?
I mean, I think this is, you know, he was doing this a little bit even when Pooh Shiesty and them was, you know, I think either going through his court situation like the first one, or, you know, right towards the end. I remember, you know, him doing this. I just feel like, man, the momentum that he had with Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano, I just don't think it's there no more. You know, I even think about it. Like, even with Pooh Shiesty, he had Big 30, right? And Big 30 didn't cool the fuck down. Like, I thought Big 30 was gonna be the next big thing, you know, with or without Pooh Shiesty. And it seems like that momentum that Pooh Shiesty had, which was a solid project. When you go back and listen to that project, Pooh Shiesty had some cuts on that album, period, point blank. And like I said, Fujiano was hot too. And it just seems like with their court issues, man, I just feel like, man, his training came to a big halt, man.
Yeah, man.
Because Big Seawalk, or whatever his name is, the one dog from Mississippi, I mean, he all right. You know what I'm saying?
Big. You said Big Seawalk?
I mean, look him up. Walk Dog. Big Seawalk Dog. Yeah, Walk Dog.
Walk Dog.
Yeah, Walk Dog. It's Walk Dog. But you know, he's trying, right? I'll give him a little effort, right? Because I like a couple of his songs. Big Scar, right? Big Scar ain't really take off. Remember, you know, at one point in time, Gucci was like, I got the bag behind Big Scar. Like, he really was trying to put a lot of emphasis behind Big Scar, even when Pooh Shiesty and them was running. You know what I mean? So for Big Scar not to really take off like that, like, he didn't kind of fade it. There ain't really nobody, because look, we gotta face it, Pooh Shiesty's gone. And looking at how Bobby Shmurda came home, didn't drop #1 hit, and not even a top 100. I don't know if it's any luck for the niggas that's keeping it real doing 5+.
Let me ask you something. Did Bobby really give it? Did he really give it a good try though?
I mean, he can only do. Now, he did mention that he can only do what the labels allow him to do.
Gotcha.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
He mentioned that, but he must not be producing that type of music, right? Because think about it, man. Look how long Bobby's been out and hasn't produced anything really. He's had a couple of songs, the Smoney and all that type of stuff. But hey, you know, but that's for another, you know,
here we go. So we got this is the 1017 lineup.
Give me the squad. Give me the squad, Trav.
We got Cootie. We got Big Fizzle. I was gonna say Big Fizzle, but Big Fizzle. We got Big Walk Dog. Gucci, obviously. Enchanting, Big Scar, and Hot Boy West. I think you had mentioned West earlier too.
Yeah. From Texas, Dud.
So I never heard of none of these cats, bro.
I mean, I'm tapped in, so I know about Fizz and Cuda. They from Arkansas.
Cootie.
And
Cootie. You know, Cuda is that's the
okay, Cootie, like booty.
Cootie. You know what I'm saying? Like
booty.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Cootie. I'm hip. I've heard some of their music.
Okay.
They're okay, but they're nothing like a Pooh Shiesty, bro. They're nothing like a Fujiano.
They ain't hit like that.
They're not hitting like that.
Right.
And that's what you need when you going up against your competition, which is CMG.
Because other than that, you only got yourself for real.
Yeah. CMG is your competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. And then when you drop a project, who's hotter, Gotti or Gucci? When they drop in a solo project,
Gotti.
Exactly. So
hold on, Gotti.
If you're an artist, who would you sign to? Now let me say this: when Pooh Shiesty and Fool was out and they was buzzing, you might have went 1017. But now, like with 1017 coming to a screecher, you going with CMG for sure. And then after CMG, now you might go YSL.
I mean, Gotti just got a different backing, though. You know, he part of Rock Nation.
I mean, but
man.
Gucci got a backing too, because he was bringing them out. Like, don't do Gucci like that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a big.
He just
brand
ain't producing
behind.
them though.
He doesn't have a big brand behind him, though. I'm saying, you know,
he has Atlantic.
Gotti part of Rock Nation. So,
yeah, what I'm saying is Gucci got a brand, but who does they have? Like who? Like think about
it. He got Cootie.
Gotti. I'm gonna say it like this, right? Let's keep it a bean. It got to be the artist, it's not the backing. You know why? I'm a prime example. What's my one nigga name that's on the label? Block J. Now he's on CMG. That's Gotti boy. He just dropped a whole fucking project and ain't nobody checking for that. He got the same. He's on CMG. He was on the stage with them niggas. So it's not about the backing necessarily. It's about the artists, right? So the other artists, when they drop, it ain't nothing else to talk about, right? 42 Doug, ESG, EST, my bad, and Moneybag Yo, even Black Youngster, even though we called it live on DeadBolt ATL that Black Youngster is not fucking with CMG. You can call it what you want. But all those people.
Where is Black Youngster?
He's not. Listen, he probably just chilling.
I guess he with Gotti no more.
Yeah, and with Gotti. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's a situation to where when you look and see what like what Gucci is facing right now, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. He needs to pull a rabbit out the hat. Gucci need to sign somebody. Look what your boy Gotti did. He just went and signed Mase from the West Coast. Power move. Mase got his own brand. Shit, CMG don't need to do nothing but add a little South flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? With some of their features and stuff like that. Other than that, you know, some of their beats, some 808s. Other than they ain't gotta do nothing. You know, Mase's already pumping and cranking. You know, Gucci needs somebody like that. He need to make an alliance with somebody like that. And if he don't, you know, he's gonna fade. Because like I said, at one time you could have said CMG in 1017 was about even. Now they've dropped to under YSL. You would sign with YSL before you sign with 1017 at this point.
YSL, Young Thug.
Yeah. And while we talking about thugger, you know, we want to give our condolences. I know this is a crazy situation, right? Anytime you lose, now I know Thug got a few different baby mamas and stuff like that, but anytime that you lose your child's mother, you know, it's devastating. Even if it ain't for you, because you know niggas, they don't like their baby mamas, they effing them all the way to the grave, right? But even for the child, just think about the child. You know, the child is never going to be able to see their mother again, and that's just traumatic in itself because you're always going to be reminded of her through the child. But, you know, for her to get shot and killed over a bowling ball at a bowling alley, to me, I mean, this is kind of suspicious. I know y'all tune in to me, you know, y'all, if y'all follow the YouTube channel, y'all know that we dive into a lot of conspiracy theories and things that are going on around that type of time. So we're all aware that there are 3 doors in the industry, and the sacrificial door is one of those doors. Now Young Thug played an ultimate role in this culture getting feminized, right? The black male has accepted femininity due to Young Thug. Young Thug introducing the dresses, the purses, you know, the femininity, and also being a real stepper. That reputation could not be challenged in any type of way, really propelled this femininity, because it wasn't like a hype. Think about all the different hypes that tried it after Thug. None of them stuck. Thug stuck because Thug was really authentic at his core, but he sold out for the bag and the position, right? That's just what niggas do. So Thug never had, you know, any type of situation since then. No sacrifices, no nothing. Remember, Thug that had gun charges, all type of stuff that then went down, all type of different cases that then magically went away. You know, even the shit what happened with Lil Wayne tour bus getting shot up and Pee Wee being indicted on that and put in jail. You know, if he shot at Lil Wayne, why didn't Thug and Birdman ever face charges? But that's for something else, right? But it just makes me wonder. Now I know they apprehended They know who. Well, they haven't apprehended. They know who the killer is.
Yeah, what,
and they want him to turn himself in.
Yeah,
but
I was just about to say what Fox 5 is saying in the news here in Atlanta is they know exactly who this person is, man, and they're just hoping and waiting on this person to turn themselves in, man. So this is an odd situation, man. It's actually kind of sad, man. But I think, and I've heard some stories, man. They say old girl was like really snapping on bruh, man, jumping him off. And he went outside and waited for her to come out. And he shot her. Which is so odd. It's odd for a man to go outside. She's still in the bowling alley, bowling, doing her thing. And once she comes out, he shoots her.
Yeah, it had to be a lot of,
man,
it had to be a lot of.
With all these cameras around here, bro. Cameras everywhere in Atlanta.
But niggas don't really think about that at the time. Then you got to think their crowd of nigga, right? Even though they're at the bowling alley, their crowd of nigga is fucking with Molly, Perks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Coke. So it's a lot of different type of time. It ain't like you dealing with a sober mind.
Look, they had the Metro, nigga, off of Metropolitan.
Facts. So we already know what's going on. Yeah. You know and they know that they probably knew that was Thug baby mama based on what she was hollering and everything like that.
Facts.
It's unfortunate because
they locals. They know they knew exactly who she was.
Yeah. So even though it's a whole situation going on with YSL and YFN, and that's just going behind the prison walls to the streets.
It is.
You can't. That just let you know it's a lesson learned that you just can't get caught slipping, and you can't just chump off everybody and think that you have a certain status based on who your man is.
Hey, Daddy, it's odd because this is after the stabbing attempt in Fulton County Jail with YFN Lucci.
Facts. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of questionable things to this.
Right.
Thug hasn't released a statement yet, so we don't know how he feels. Obviously, he's probably grieving. I would hope like a normal person who just lost their child's mother. We'll see if somebody, one thing about it, man, we not gonna go in. This is what me and Trav tell y'all. We not scientists, we not historians or anything like that. We just tell you to do your research and always follow the money. We just point y'all to that type of time, and then you come up with your own facts, and then y'all can tap in with us and we can debate about it. But it's just kind of odd. And like I said, we understand the industry that these brothers are in, right? We understand that there are certain things that have to be fulfilled and stuff. So let's watch Young Thug's progression after this, how this is going to turn out for Thug. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want to know, so we're going to see how that goes. Definitely I want to send my condolences out to his family, to his children. I think it's a time that we just need to stop the violence overall, though. I think killing somebody is just not the answer, because now you tricked out your square. You're going to be in prison your whole life. And now this person's in the afterlife. It's like nobody wins.
Or they finna take themselves out or something.
Yeah, take themselves out.
You know what I'm saying? It's just it's so random that the authorities know who the person is, but they're waiting for them to turn themselves in.
Facts.
You know where they do that at? They coming to get you, bro.
They coming
to get you. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's something fishy about this shit, Donnie.
It's something fishy.
This, man.
But we gonna let the YouTube investigators, man. Somebody gonna put a video out, and maybe we'll tap back in on it later, because we really don't have too many more details, right? Yeah. There's nothing that's been released or anything like that, and like I said, man, a lot of this stuff that goes down, it just makes me wonder, like you said, what angle is this coming from? How is this tied in? But we'll see how Thug's career goes. Let's put it that way. Let's see how his career goes immediately after. But I know somebody's career he's putting his career on the line. And this person right here, he's putting his career on this line for his family. That's something that a lot of, especially us black brothers, right? And this is, if you don't know who we talking about Mr. West. We talking about Mr. West. We're talking about Kanye. Kanye is, I feel like going on the front lines for his family. At the end of the day, I think, him wanting to be with his family and have his family back is what every man should want to do. Like, every man should want to have their family together. And this man has the means to go and buy, a property right across the street, so he can be with his kids and be able to take them to school and all that type of stuff. But just also wanting to get back and with the witch. I don't know why he wants to get back with the witch, right? But this is what he wants to do. But it's also, I think, a lot deeper. And we got to support Kanye once again in these times because he's trying to break the matrix, right? Right now, Kanye has his own, what is that shit called? The streamer. What's that thing he's releasing?
The stem player.
The stem player, which is going against what? Apple, Spotify, and all the major streaming services and record labels, right? Because he is undoubtedly might go down, and we can debate this, right? And probably debate this on another show in the future. But Kanye might go down as one of the most popular artists ever in hip hop. You can argue either way.
He might not one. He might be the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He might be the top dog
of all times when you add in shoes and just influence and everything, right? So for him to have his own stem player and to where you can't listen to the top artist in the world, might be one of the top artists in the world, he's breaking the mold. So, of course, him getting banned from the Grammys was just right on time. And a lot of people are trying to create this narrative that he's crazy and that he's pressing his family. Like, oh, he's pressing Kim. He's sending her text messages and stuff like that. It's like, at the end of the day, him wanting to be back with Kim and just be back with his family, they don't never want to promote that shit. They always want to promote the man that is not trying to be with the family, or this like, fuck it, all right, I messed up, so I'm gonna keep it going. We're not working out, so I'm gonna keep it pushing, like whatever. They want to promote those type of men, but they don't promote the men who really want to try to work things out with their family and have, the family all in one home, especially nowadays with all this stuff going on, right? Unity is key nowadays. So I commend Kanye, and I think a lot of us need to stand behind him just for that, because we know that a lot of the attacks are going to come based on him dropping this stream player. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's going against all the big wigs, all the industries, and the titles and the damn everything, Spotify, everybody. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, I kind of had a figure. I had a feeling they were gonna do this to Kanye, man, especially after he kind of went at Trevor Noah. And as we all know, Trevor Noah is the host of the Grammys this year. And like, no folk want to have that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's this meme going around. I need to pull it up where it's Trevor Noah is saying, I said counsel Kanye, not cancel him, because obviously he disagrees with it. He don't even think it was that serious. You know what I'm saying? He has no problem with being in the same room, same building with Kanye West, but the Recording Academy don't feel like that.
Yeah. I mean,
also it has to do with all the online stuff that's been going on. Him going at Kim on, everything he's been going through, man. It's a build up of it, but it is what it is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that what we're seeing though is a black man, and it really doesn't matter your status. Like you said, this man's worth over $6 billion, and it doesn't matter your status. Is that you're a male and you have no control, and it's just I don't know. It's just like, to me, like I said, a lot of times in Kanye's doing a lot of things out of hurt, like dating these women and certain things that he's doing is really just out of hurt, and I think that's what he's going through right now. And ultimately, I think he wants to just be back with Kim. I think it's a slap in the face for Pete Davis, who is a fucking peon to Kanye. But you know, like I said, it goes back to, okay, Kanye, you gotta look at your skin, man. It don't matter who you are, you're still one of us. Pete's one of them.
And when you're saying he's a peon, you mean financially?
Financially.
Okay.
And
gotcha.
For you to have all these kids with this man Kanye, you should want to be with him. Just for that fact. And people just don't put stock in that no more, man. I think that's the one thing that this generation has gotten away from, for better or worse, right? I know some people say, well, women back in the day, they stayed with the man no matter what because of just the times they were in. Usually the man was the head of, it was just the times when really women understood the value of family. You know what I'm saying? Like at that time, like women really understood the value of family. You know what I mean? And I think nowadays people, and not just women, males too, males and females don't really understand like the value of family. And when the kids get older, obviously they don't respect family because they didn't get to see it or get nurtured by it. And it's just it perpetuates a cycle. You know what I mean? So I think, Kanye needs to keep going hard for what he loves. And if he loves Kim and he wants Kim, and wants to be, back with his family, you can't tell a man not to go hard for his when it comes to his family. You know what I'm saying? So DL Hughley, and all these other people that are coming at Kanye, is for that. I think they need to shut up.
For
real talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he going through some stuff, man. It is what it is, man. He hit $6 billion though, net worth. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't going through nothing too bad. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what I'm gonna tell you? I don't think no amount of money can make you happy, because your children as a man can make you vulnerable. He's vulnerable because of his children. Like, his children, no matter what, are going to be influenced by their mother. Their mother is a billionaire too, and she made her money off of social media, right? So her ways and how to continue the Kardashian brand is to develop North into another Kardashian. So that's what Kanye is strongly against. But he needs to understand, like, okay, I wouldn't do it on social media as much as you don't. She might not be responding to him on camera or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, not on camera. I'm sorry. On text messages and stuff. So he needs to put it out. Who knows? But I don't really think he needs to have that on social media.
Let me see. We got a comment right here, Donnie. Cocktails with Carly. She says, I disagree. Women just ain't taking the BS from y'all no more, and we're becoming more successful than men.
Yeah, but see, I think at the end of the day, and shout out to Duce for supplying the shots for the show. I think at the end of the day, if you have a family and you're with somebody, right, the kid at that point becomes the number one priority. Like, I think success, like if I'm a child, right, just put me into it. If I'm a child, when I get older, I don't care about your success, mom or dad. Like, why didn't you guys try to work it out for me, or for us, or whatever? And that's a legitimate question that a child can answer. So that's my take on that part. I think women have been successful, and for I would say what, since the 20th century, since the 2000s.
I mean, they've been doing their thing.
Well,
black women
for
doing their thing,
a minute. So yeah, I don't think it has nothing to do with success or anything like that. I think if a woman and if a man or a woman wants to work it out, if it's a mutual, you need to try to work it out for your family, man. That's why we got so many single households right now.
You're saying that couples should deal with whatever is thrown their way just to accommodate the children.
Yeah, and certain lines.
But if it's not, you said in certain lines, though. I mean, if
one thing I don't agree with, if the man is beating on the woman. or something like that. Now, if you're beating on the woman in front of the child and stuff of that nature, obviously that's not a healthy environment for the child anyway. So I don't agree with that. But if there's certain things that can be worked out either through couples therapy, marriage counseling, or whatever, I don't think abuse can be worked out. I think a person who is abusive, right, that's something mental. Because if a man is just beating off on a woman, I really don't. I think there's something missing there. But we can sit and debate all day long as far as how men are judged sexually, or what sex partner, all that stuff, right? That's debatable. But one thing that's not debatable is women being abused by males financially, right? Financial abuse is not good. Like if you're threatening a woman with financial insecurity because she's not doing something, or if you're threatening a woman physically because she's not doing something, that's something I think me and Trav both agree on is not cool. But everything else to me is debatable, because I can put somebody on from Istanbul and they'll tell me and Trav why our philosophy is and the philosophy that we're in is not suitable for males. So, it's all up for debate. Maybe one day, man, we'll have to invite Cocktails with Carly on and have some real shots of Douce, and we can get to it. I would love to debate.
Yeah, I don't drink Douce. It's too much sugar in it for Trav.
Well,
That's sugar. But Don Peoplez, in other news, man, Carl Crawford said the battle ain't over yet, and his record label 1501 Certified Entertainment are suing Megan Thee Stallion over her latest album, Something for the Hotties. Carl said, "You owe us money, and we need to get that."
Shout out to Carl Crawford for going after his bag. First off, Carl Crawford discovered Megan Thee Stallion, put her on, put the bag behind her, and then all of a sudden she gets introduced to somebody at Rock Nation, and then she cuts a deal with Rock Nation, and now she wants to skate on Carl. That doesn't make any sense. So shout out to Carl for still owning her rights. And yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, Megan Thee Stallion is in a bad situation right now, because any day now the bomb is going to drop that she lied about the whole Tory Lanez situation, which I feel will devastate her career. What she needs right now is a #1 hit right now. Like, she needs to have a #1 hit right now.
Yeah, she need to do something, man.
I'm talking about right now though, because if she doesn't, when that news hits, it's over. It's over. Like, and that's why Rihanna is parting ways. Drake, you see, people are already distancing themselves because they already probably got wind what the verdict is going to be.
Hey, you see what people are saying, man? Look at this right here. Eating the planet. At this point, Megan Thee Stallion is going to have to show us the bullet wound or something.
Absolutely.
And you see what Meg said? Said bitches like this have actual cum for brains. Dick eating, whatever that is right there. I probably shouldn't have said dick on the live stream, but it's all good. She said, my hospital records are public record. The DA has made a statement. Y'all choosing to be dumb at this point. You better hope a man never assaults you, and nobody, especially women, believe you. Even like a lot of people starting to turn their back on Meg, man, and they kind of like, Meg, we don't know, shawty. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. It's some fishy about this. And then she goes and say, I choose not to say nothing back about court and address online, but I'm getting tired of being painted the bad guy 247. I think that should have been 24/7, but we get the picture. The last girl on 1501 mad at this man too. Whoever that is, we don't know who the last girl.
Well, the last girl must be the Erica chick.
Okay, I don't know who.
Okay, so that's the one. I remember she had that one song. It was that one song that motherfuckers was dropping it to over the summer.
It ain't Erica Mena, is it?
No. Erica
Safari fuck with it ain't her, is it?
No. It's the chick from the 1501. I mean, I haven't seen him with her either recently. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now we not gonna say that Carl Crawford is not what's the word I'm looking for? Like he might not have a little shady bone in his body or some shit like that. We
Right.
not saying that. But what we're saying is that it's a pattern of the little dude getting shitted on. That's what we're saying. Like once one of these artists or one of these labels, the little label, puts somebody on, it seems like the big label always trying to come in and snatch that person up.
Yeah, that's how it happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Big bank take little bank.
Yeah, but in this case, Carl, it's crazy because Carl Crawford,
he had his paperwork right.
Yeah, he has paperwork right. But Carl Crawford ain't no little, he made a lot of money in baseball, man. He's seen over 100 million in baseball. So it's not like he's coming at it from like a hustler's point of view, like most of these niggas, right? He really got a bag to play with.
Yeah, he got a bag to play with.
And he got a son that's about to get paid major league. So he's good all the way around. I just think it's just too much of a pattern. I think Meg made a bad move by trying to, because that's karma coming back to bite her.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. And then, like I said, saying that Tory shot you, bad move. You could have said Tory put his hands on you. You could have said Tory did anything to you.
Tory talking? Look at what Tory talking about. Tory said, "Protect black men." I don't care what y'all have to say. We are black men, and we matter. Don't wait till we are all lynched, lied on, and character assassinated to realize they have removed all of our legends and role models from the conversation.
Shout out to Tory Lanez. I think he got a valid point, right? I mean, I think Tory ultimately has been blackballed from the industry, but I think what's different now than it was back then is that, or not even back then, because I think artists had this ability for a long time now. They just now are starting to use it. How can you blackball somebody? And you said this before, Trav. How can you blackball somebody that has over 1 million followers?
Man, little bro went silent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He went silent. He just blacked out. It's like, that was my thing, man. Like, how is no way that a person with all these followers is going to not have any activity on their social media platforms, period. And it's not happening, man. We don't know. We don't know if they had Tory tied up somewhere or what. You know what I'm saying?
I think
I know when he popped back out, he ain't had no haircut.
Right. But you know what's so crazy? I think with Tory, I think he was in a situation to where he probably was shocked. Like, because can he like if it comes out that Meg lied, right? Can he sue Meg for defamation of character?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, can she get a civil suit for this? Can he press charges on her?
Yeah.
So
I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Man, I just feel like it's a slippery slope for Megan Thee Stallion right now. She gonna need a lot of more body, yada yada yada. She gonna need a lot more of that shit. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Man.
So also, man, like while we was on CMG, right? Yo Gotti recently had a showdown in Alabama. Now we all know about Alabama. Shout out to Alabama. That's our distant cousin down here in Georgia. He had a little shooting that and it really looked like, a lot of people said it looked like Ukraine in there, no disrespect to what's going on out there. But are we to the point in 2022 where we need to stop going to hip hop shows? Like, why are people still going to hip hop shows outside of Rolling Loud, right? Because Rolling Loud has tight flight security, top flight. Outside of those type of festivals, why are we still going to the club in certain areas, where you can pay a literal, give the security a 7 of some za and sneak a pistol in? Like, why are we still going to shows like that in 2022?
We ain't, because I'm not.
No, yeah, no, we're not. But I'm just saying, like,
but
us is like, yeah. The
youth gonna do. That's what they're gonna do, man. It's part of it's part of the culture, man. Concerts, man. We love live shows, bro. There's nothing we can do to stop that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. It's just the little Thundercats, man. They own demon time, like they say, man. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? It don't really make sense to me. And I hate to say it, man, but crime is real bad, man. In 2022, dog, it's at an all-time high, man. It's ridiculous.
So as we spin it back to Georgia, do you think that it's a great idea for us to have a non-permit carry state to where as long as you're not a felon, you can carry? Which it should be anyway. I mean, what is a permit? A permit is just them checking your background and fingerprinting you.
Yeah, but the permit is so you can conceal the weapon. You can carry it without showing it. You can hide it. You know what I'm saying? That's really what you want, because I don't care what nobody say. When people show their gun, I mean, you really kind of you kind of showing your cards. You know what I'm saying? It's like showing your hand when you're playing cards. Like, I see your pistol, bro. If I really wanted to get you, I could get you because I see where your gun at. If me and my man together, all I gotta do is grab your gun. You're gonna panic. And he gonna eat your face up, my nigga, and then we're gonna rob you. It's over with. We might kill you. So, you know, a lot of people think like niggas ain't gonna mess with me because they see this thud sticking out my waist. Nigga, please, what? A nigga pull that shit out your waist and they try to. Little cats out here bold like that, man.
But I think in Georgia, though, I think it's a good idea to be able to conceal without a permit as long as you ain't got no felony. Because if you done bought the gun legally, you've already went through a background in most cases. They searched the name and stuff like that, make sure you was good.
Yeah, you go through a little check.
Yeah. So I'm all for that getting passed. You know, because little dudes now, like you said, niggas is concealing anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if you get pulled over, you can have your pistol in the car with you in Georgia right now. No permit, no nothing.
You know why, don't you?
As long as you ain't got one in the chamber.
You know why, don't you?
Why?
Because the car is considered an extension of your home. So it's just like you got your pistol in the house. You know, when you have your gun in the car, so your car is an extension of your home. So that's just like you just got your gun in the house because it's in the car. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can ride around like that all you want to. But I mean, the crime is so bad in Atlanta right now, man. We'll see how it is. You know, it's gonna get worse, bro. It's just gonna get worse.
And I think that's why they doing it like that. They like, like, if you ain't got no felony, go ahead and, because a lot of people, with the courts being backed up with COVID and all that type of stuff, like a lot of people ain't going to the courts. You know what I mean? You should be able to just carry.
Man, you see how folks been getting shot the past week? It's been ridiculous in Atlanta. Shootouts on 85. Niggas slumped over in their car, dead. Traffic bagged up all day. You can't even move because some niggas are acting foolish. You know what I'm saying? You got road rage murders also. Niggas getting mad because somebody cut them off, man. Fuck that. I'm finna shoot this nigga. I done felt like that before, dog.
You can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere without your strap. I don't go nowhere without mine.
Like, I was actually thinking today, like, man, the city of Atlanta is dope, but for real,
there's too much shit going on right now.
Like, it ain't really popping like people think it is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't going out to no nightclubs and nothing like that. Atlanta just another city, man. You know?
Facts.
You gotta deal with terrible traffic. You gotta deal with high crime. Your car might get broken into at any
shout out,
time.
Your car will get broken into.
It's almost like you might look. You might as well just take everything out your car and just let your window down, so they can just go on inside of it and search in it and look and find nothing, or leave $1 or $2 in there for them. Leave them niggas a tip.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just because so you won't bust my window out.
And then it's crazy, and this is why you need to just be able to conceal, because it's like you can't really take your pistol out and go to the club because a nigga will break in your shit, and that's what the first thing they're looking for: book bags and pistols.
Yeah. I was watching the news, man. This chick said they just got out the car, bro. He was like, man, me and my boyfriend had just got out the car. I went back because I forgot something, and what I forgot, somebody had took it. She said it might have been 4 or 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
She was like, it was that quick, man. They done bust her window out and took her bag.
That's what I'm saying, man. That quick. It's like niggas is underestimating the city big time. And that's why I'm saying, like, going to the club and stuff like that. A lot of these dudes is getting in the club and they're coming in the club with they strap. You know what I'm saying? They paying the bouncer and shit like that to get in the club with their strap. You know what I'm saying? And when that happens, you know, it's like, what do you do at that point? You know what I mean? It's like, I think right now I'm to the point where you rather get caught with it than caught without it. I think any judge, as long as you're not a felon, should understand now of all times why you would carry a pistol wherever you go.
Oh, no, you get if it ain't legal, bro. You probably looking at about 5 years. If you carrying a dirty gun, you looking at about 5. Just get ready. You know what I'm saying? Then the judge ain't gonna look at you like, yeah, I know crime high, so you got to carry. They gonna be like, man, that's on your dumb ass. Come on and sit down, bro. Especially you ain't got no lawyer. You finna sit, man. Them gun charges is that's the worst charge to have on your record, man.
Facts.
That and some rape shit. The drug charge ain't nothing, but that gun though, shit, man, you don't want that, man. They hanging niggas for them, man.
Yeah, you talking about just for a dirty pistol.
We still got cities like New York City where you can't have no handguns. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how they hanging niggas for getting caught with handguns up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have no handgun in New York City, period. They ain't playing, man. That's nobody.
And niggas still got him in that bitch.
And they still got him in that
by
bitch,
the boatload.
By the boatload. That's why they so high.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? That shit is nuts. What's also nuts too, man, and it's crazy that this hasn't got exposed earlier, right? This is how I look at it. This should have been exposed. I think a lot of this should have been out the box, but it's been suppressed a lot lately. And we talking about my man Diddy. Love, Sean Puffy Combs, take that. You know, this recent situation with him and Mase, man, is crazy. You know, I know a lot of people probably forgot about Mase, and I know a lot of the new generation might be like, Mase who? You know, but Mase was one of the more popular rappers back in our day. You know, like I know I grew up listening to Mase, Murder Mase. You know what I mean? And I feel like the song that he dropped, you know, Oracle 2, like everybody else, he didn't need no auto-tune. I didn't like that part. But I feel like it was justified because P. Diddy is still holding his nuts on Mase's publishing. And if you holding your nuts on somebody publishing, then it ain't, you know, what is that man supposed to do at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he supposed to do at the end of the day? This not because you think Diddy's taking Mase's phone call in 2022? Fuck no.
Probably not.
Fuck no. He probably ain't took Mase's phone call since, you know, him bringing Mase on stage at a show. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like, Diddy is not taking Mase's call. So the only way you can get the boss's attention is by dropping something to get the boss's attention. Like, I think Mase, man, coming out with this song and speaking on, you know, Diddy holding his nuts on his publishing, you know, speaking on, you know, how he did certain artists, especially Big. You know, it's kind of shocking that, you know, the Big situation and how Big was, you know, getting ready to leave Bad Boy. You know, a lot of people forget that he had a situation with Undias in the Violator situation where Cam was going to be, you know, the artist coming out on Violator. Obviously, he would have had Junior Mafia. You know, he would have had Kim, Charlie Baltimore. You know, I don't know if Mase would have been involved with that. I don't know if the Locks. You know, I think a lot of people who end up going with Diddy would have ended up being with Big had Big lived. And I think you know, it's crazy to find out, you know, when Mase says things like, you know, he's haunted by the ghost of St. James, you know, talking about Big and being haunted by certain things. I think he's haunted by not telling Big, like, yo, Big, I don't think you should go out here. Because remember, Mase didn't go to the party that night. Mase was allegedly, you know, with Brandy. You know, he didn't go to the party. You know, I think that's what he means by, you know, haunted by St. James. You know, I think that's a situation to where, you know, he probably's living with that part. Like, man, you know, I didn't come out and say anything. Like, I should have said something, you know, and then come to find out that Puff didn't even bring Big's daughter to the show. You know, the big show they had in New York, the little tribute show and all like that. Like, you know, like how she wasn't invited. Like, how doesn't she get tickets? So it just makes you wonder about Puff over time. You know, like how Puff has handled his business, man. Like, nobody has made money with Puff on Bad Boy. And you know, I even mentioned this on the video that I did, you know, Puff haunted by the ghost of Bad Boy's artist. Puff, besides Rick Ross and French Montana, which I look at as collabs, right? Nobody really made their bones on Bad Boy.
Rick Ross never been signed to Bad Boy.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. I look at them like collabs. You know,
French Montana was signed to Bad Boy.
Facts. Okay. But still like a collab. Like French Montana has been passed around. You know, that nigga like a dirty tampon in the industry to me. Like, he was passed around early. So that's my take on French in a nutshell. But besides them, like, everybody coming at Diddy, you know, from the Making the Band dude, Freddie, you know, to Mase, you know, Gene Deal, you know, niggas who follow, you know, Vlad and all that shit have seen the security guard Gene Deal, you know, talk about Puff and how Puff was, you know, a lot of stories of Puff back in the day. And then also we had Mark Curry. Shout out to Mark Curry. I got an autograph signed book from Mark, Dancing with the Devil, you know, talking about Puff. And one of the things in there, he was talking about how, you know, Carl Thomas, he came into a room and, you know, Carl Thomas was giving, you know, Puff a little pleasure. And it's like, we all know about Puff and his endeavors and how Puff, you know, gets down in his party time. But, you know, it's just crazy that a lot of artists have either fell off, they're never to be heard of. You know, what about Black Rob? You know, he did try to get with Black Rob towards the end, right? After Black Rob was sick. But, you know, like Black Rob, we can both probably agree that Whoa was probably one of the top 100 songs of all time in hip hop.
It is.
Singles.
It is. It's definitely one of the top 100.
Facts.
Ever, all time. Yeah.
Facts.
Right.
So, you know, for him not to be in his life and really let Black Rob fade away like he did, that's crazy. And then look at G-Dep. You know, G-Dep and how that situation went. You know, G-Dep damn near went crazy and confessed to a murder. You know, he killed somebody and robbed somebody and ended up confessing to it, you know, years later. You know, it just seems like a lot of people don't make it out off Bad Boy successfully, you know, and I think that's the part that I got a problem with. You feel what I'm saying? And when I hear Mase speak on not getting this publishing back, when I hear him speak on situations with Big's daughter, you know, we all know about the Locks and what their situation was with Puff. You know, it's like at the end of the day, can we really say Puff is a legend at the end of the day? Or is his legacy being tarnished now? You know, with all these accusations and stuff like that that's been coming out.
I don't think Puff care. He's 50 years old. He got millions of dollars. He ain't stunning that shit. He's smashing all the young chicks in the game. You know what I'm saying? He living his best life. He like Mase. You keep talking and you still ain't gonna get nothing out of me. You made matter of fact, you made a diss track about whatever we might have going on. You know what? I was gonna give you a little bone, my nigga, but I ain't give you nothing.
Mase is gonna have to come harder. Mase say he got some other cuts. He gonna keep coming at Puff. You got to get juicy like Sauce Money got juicy on Puff back in the day when he sent Jay-Z a track. And Jay-Z personally called Puff and said, hey, man, you don't want this shit to get out. And Puff cut and Puff allegedly cut Sauce.
I think Mase
$100,000 check.
I think Mase just need to keep preaching, bro. Stop rapping. Leave it alone, man. Because you're probably not doing bad financially. You're probably doing all right because you still around in nice cars. You know, they got you a nice little congregation wherever your church at.
The profit preachers though, like the prosperity preachers. I don't fuck with. I mean, he's like a TD Jakes. I look at Mase, and you know, I know a lot of people come at Mase, you know, about you know his tranny and all that type of shit.
You heard what the boy Pimp C said. Pimp C said, "You know who got caught in the Range Rover with the boy?"
He was talking about Mase.
We're talking about Mase.
Shout out to my boy John in the building. Thanks for tuning in, bro.
I think that's on my fault. John, what's up? Why? Appreciate you goddamn coming in, tapping in with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Checking us out right quick, like, man. Good looking.
So yeah, it's
man. That's
you know, at the end of the day, Mase, I think, has a right to come at Diddy for how he's coming at him. You know, I mean, if Mase feels that Diddy owes, I mean, this is the only way you're gonna get it. You gotta keep pressing him, but I think you gotta come more juicier than that. Because him taking your publishing, we all know Puff is a shady dude. Like, we've heard this over and over again over history. So I don't think that hits Puff hard enough. You gotta go hard. You gotta start coming with accusations. And if you don't come with certain accusations, I don't think nobody's gonna hear you. But it's hard for you to come with accusations when you've been caught slipping. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
like
fact.
you done been caught slipping. You feel me? So since you done been caught slipping, it's hard for you know, for you to really come out the bag and tell every nitpick and cranny, because you know at that point you're gonna have to implement yourself too. So I think Mase is just disgruntled now. You know, I think more so than ever, man. He's just disgruntled, man. I think he has a valid point. But I think overall, man, I'd be mad too. You know, if my first, because you know, he did make another point, right? He said that Justin, he said his publishing, it went to Puff's firstborn.
Yeah.
And that's Justin. And that's a thing that a lot of people are probably doing, putting the publishing and stuff in their relatives and sons and all that stuff name, to where you can look at their records, they don't own your publishing type shit. And that, I think that's a shady move. You know what I'm saying? For you to, you know, give Mase publishing to your firstborn. Like, how does that make him feel? You know, where, you know, he's gonna, like, Mase got a song that plays on every Bad Boy movie, right? Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys 3. That song, that Bad Boy song, that's Mase's song. So if Diddy owns the publishing to this, well, you did what I'm saying? Like, if Diddy owns the publishing to that, then what we talking about?
I feel you. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, I think that publishing deal will go back into Mase's hand one day. I think it's after 35 years, but that ain't no time soon, man. And yeah, John Jones, Mase is still preaching right here in Atlanta somewhere, man. I'm not sure. Well, I had to look it up, but I know he's still definitely going. And he's still right here in Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, Mase in general, to me, you know, is a prophet preacher. You know,
what do you mean by profit?
I mean, you know, just preaching for profit, you know,
for money. So PROFIT, not PROPHET. Profit.
Yeah, like he's preaching on, you know, on that type of time.
So you saying, I mean, he could have caught the bug though. You know, he could have got the call in. We never know. You know what I'm saying? They say they get a call in from God, and then that's when they start.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what they say. That's what the preachers say. They get a call and they get touched by the spirit or something. You know, I'd have been touched by the spirit before, but I didn't make me want to preach. But different story for different folks. I understand you got to have some kind of career to fall back on, especially once things don't work out for you how you need them to work out. Because Mase's rap career was over with. I mean, you know, I can't even remember when it ended for real. I don't even remember Mase's last album or any of that. If he had a last album, you know what I'm saying? So Pimp C ruined it for you though, brother.
Mase definitely is not relevant now, but you know, the fact that Oracle won when he dogged Cameron, he won that battle finally with Cam, and now this one. I mean, he's still relevant in 2022. Where he can drop a track.
He can still drop a track, yeah, and still get people.
But is anybody checking for Mase on a whole scale, nah, ain't nobody doing that in 2022. But I think at the same time, I think if Diddy owes Mase publishing, I think after all these years, man, it's time for you to do that. It's time for you to make things right with all your artists. You've made enough money off the backs of a lot of your artists, from Craig Mack to Biggie to Carl Thomas to Mase to the Locks. The list goes on and on. Remember, he even had 8Ball and MJG at one point in time.
They said they ain't really had no real problem with Diddy, other than he kind of tried to tell them what they need to put on the album. You know what I'm saying? But they say I saw an interview and they said that Diddy was the one that told them that what is the song? You don't want drama. They say Diddy was the one that told them that's the one right there, bro. And that was the one. He was right about that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like he was
Facts.
right.
Diddy got a musical ear. He got a musical ear. And like a lot of these people and these brothers with contracts and take these contracts, they come from situations of poverty and coming with no money in their bank account. So when somebody put an advance in your face of 6 figures, you're not thinking about paying the IRS they 40%. You're not thinking about, you know what I'm saying, all the expenses and everything that you're going to have. You just see 6 figures.
Right.
So you willing to sign your whole life away for that and not get a proper attorney to read through every nick and cranny of that contract, So I think the ones that Diddy, had success with, and they had success with him, like maybe a Rick Ross, because they had some contractual ties for a minute, where Diddy was executive producing him for a minute. French Montana, and 8Ball and MJG even, rappers like that maybe had their contracts together with Diddy.
Right. I agree. They probably did, man. Yeah, because that ain't really no back in the day contract for real. That wasn't too long ago. It was in the 2000s.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and to answer my man John Jones' question, yes, Mase is still preaching. The name of his church is the Gathering Oasis Church here in Atlanta, Georgia. He became he became their main pastor last year. So yeah, he definitely still preaching and rapping. You know what I'm saying? Nigga a cuss word, so he be saying nigga. I guess it ain't no bad word, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Mase, that's what I'm saying.
I guess
he said on the interview, he said on the interview, Christians are not supposed to be cowards. All that type of stuff. So that's how that went down with him. But overall, man, like I said, Puff just need to make it right with these dudes. I don't think in 2022 with Puff damn near being worth a Billy himself, he don't need to have little boy problems like that. But at the end of the day, these dudes jackpots. This is what gets them rich. This is why Rick Ross is sitting on Meek Mill's publishing and all his shit. This is why Puff is still sitting on Mase. Like you have to hold on to your cash crops. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what makes you that Billy, your assets, having those assets, So are we mad at Diddy because you negotiated a contract, Mase, that allowed him to own your publishing 20 years later? Right. 25 years later, I don't know how we supposed to look at that. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, that's crazy, man. But Diddy was the man in charge, and he controlled everything. So it is what it is. I mean, look. I'm not, bro. You don't diss me and want something. No, it don't work like that. Because now you're not getting it. You're really not going to get it now. Like you can't come at me, nigga, and you say I owe you money. Crazy hell, nigga.
What about what Freddie is talking about? Like the making the band.
I did watch that video, man, but I really can't remember what Freddie P was saying. I know Freddie P was just saying he was suicidal. Diddy ruined his life. But they were not that successful. They was out.
No. Let's say this: the first original band went platinum. Look it up.
Who you talking about? The band
with Freddie P. Yeah. The album. Remember they dropped the album.
Yeah, that album was fire. Yeah.
So they went platinum.
But as a group, they weren't gonna sustain, bro. You know what I'm saying? they weren't gonna sustain as a group because they came from too many different sides. It wasn't like a Danity Kane, which was the group that really did good as far as making the band go. That was Diddy's moneymaker.
Right.
The band, first of all, the name the band was just sucked anyway. You know what I'm saying? So they were losing there, but their album was solid though. You know what I'm saying? I think I still got that shit in my library. And they had some good artists. Freddie P was all right from Miami. Your boy your boy Ness, you know, he was a front runner. Dylon, man, when I moved to Atlanta, man, my homeboy used to have Dylon recording songs in his living room, bro. He stayed in the building over from me, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga, Low, man. Rest in peace, my nigga Low, man. Somebody had knocked my nigga off, man. They were waiting on him in the crib, bro. And they shot him like 2 or 3 times when he walked in the door, man. Rest in peace, Low, man. But yeah, he used to fuck with Dylon and Babs. Obviously, she went the battle rap route.
Got Queen, you know what I'm saying? Queen of the Ring.
Your boy Chopper, he just fell off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He never really got that cosign from Cash Money like he thought he was. Who else was in the band? Oh, an old girl, Sarah. Who knows what happened to her? She was married with a whole family. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't gonna happen for her.
Her husband pulled her out of that.
That's what it was.
Come on back. Bring it back. Bring it back. You already know.
But yeah, I think they made a little money. First of all, they got money off the show.
Right.
Because they did like 2 seasons of the show. And then I'm sure you had some kind of recording contract. You got some money, bro. You can't say Diddy left you just assed out. Didn't Freddie P say he got like $100,000 or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, nigga, figure it out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like niggas don't count that IRS, bro. That's $100,000 before taxes. You know, it's $100,000 before taxes.
Don't matter though. You know what I'm saying? You got something, nigga. The game said you got something out the deal, bro. Something. And then Diddy put your name in the spotlight. You were famous.
Now, facts, you were definitely famous. So another thing, and I want you to pull my man up while we talk about this here. Another thing, as y'all can see in the background, I'm a big Browns fan. As y'all can totally get right now, the Browns have signed Deshaun Watson.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut you off right there, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. I ain't had to pull nothing up in the background because I already had something ready for you.
Okay, yeah.
The New York Times said money is only part of the price the Browns will pay for Watson. Cleveland guaranteed Deshaun Watson $230 million over 5 years. The cost to their reputation as he fights accusations of sexual misconduct will be harder to calculate.
Yes, and I wanted to get into this, and you know, you can leave that up on the screen. Deshaun Watson right now is obviously facing the 22 civil suits, and obviously we don't want to put this down and mitigate this and make this like, oh, this ain't true. But my man has not been charged criminally in the state of Texas. So let's get that clear. To me, this is no different. And I think that, you know, Ben Roethlisberger's situation was on that type of time too. I understand it wasn't 22 allegations, but I still find it funny, you know, because us at DeadBolt ATL, we keep it a bean, right? I find it funny. As soon as my man requested a trade from a white owner at the Houston Texans, all of a sudden these allegations came out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that these allegations came out when he was being a good old boy. Because let's not forget, before all this, Deshaun Watson had an impeccable reputation. You know, Deshaun Watson was known as a leader, a strong character guy, a franchise quarterback. You know, this situation, he is not going to be criminally charged for, but it's going to be civil. But, you know, a lot of these women were obviously for massages were alleged Instagram models, right? I want to know who organized all these women to come out against Deshaun.
I thought he was forcing women in massage parlors to give him a
lot of these women were Instagram chicks. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, because it's 22, so it's a lot. But some of these women are Instagram models too. But you know, a person like Deshaun Watson, right? Like let's keep it clear. he does not have to force a woman to do anything. I really don't believe that. I never believed that. I don't think a person of his stature, a quarterback for the Houston Texans, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, mind you, has to do that to all those type of women. And we have to stop letting black men be put into this narrative, that the Bill Cosby narrative. But when you look at the backstory of Bill Cosby, he's been trying to buy networks from the Jewish people for the last 20 years, 20 plus years, 30 years almost. So they keep tapping him on the wrist, and then all of a sudden he makes another move, and all of a sudden he goes to jail. To me, it just don't add up. So when I seen that the Houston Texans came out against, when he wanted to leave Houston, and then all of a sudden this comes out right after, I just didn't understand that. I was like, okay, something doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel right. And I think that's why they couldn't press for a criminal suit, because think about it. If he had 22 women, that's about the number of women Bill Cosby had. It might have been a little bit more, right? Or around the same. And Bill Cosby got tried for crimes that were 20 and 30 years ago, 40 years ago. You feel me? So you're telling me 22 women, the prosecution couldn't get a criminal case against Deshaun? That's bull. See, a civil suit, anybody can sue you civilly.
Yeah, that's true.
So I hate that the sports media is painting this narrative that Deshaun Watson is
a sexual assaulter,
a sexual offender. Like, we're gonna stand behind Deshaun, because it's like, at the end of the day, we see the narrative that you guys are trying to paint. So now that he went to the Browns, he could have went anywhere, right? He was what happens if he would have signed with Atlanta? Would it have been the same thing? Would it have been the same thing if we would have signed with New Orleans? Or what about Carolina? What makes the Browns? It was going to be whoever, right? So the Browns did nothing wrong here. What? Because they gave him the first guaranteed contract in NFL history? Well, no, because Kirk Cousins had a guaranteed deal, but they don't talk about that. I wonder why, right? I wonder why. But
it wasn't this big.
Yeah, it wasn't this big. He's gotten $80 million more than the highest guarantee, which was Patrick Mahomes. So do I feel like the Browns had to play their cards like that? Absolutely. Who wants to go to Cleveland? And I'm from Cleveland. But who wants to go to Cleveland and play and live? You got to overpay. So, if Atlanta and Carolina and these teams didn't want to guarantee the 4th and 5th year, they didn't want to guarantee his contract, because he just signed a new extension with Houston before he got, sat out. So he was on a fresh deal. So, a lot of these teams were probably like, we don't want to rework the deal.
Right.
Of course, Cleveland's going to be like, yeah, and we'll rework the deal and we'll guarantee a 5th year, because he was on a 4-year contract. So I think it was the right move. And yes, at that point when Baker Mayfield was about to request a trade, or already requested a trade, and was threatening to sit out the whole year, you throw all your chips at the table at that point, because Deshaun Watson is a franchise quarterback. You can rate him how you want. 1, 2, 3, whatever, 4 or 5, but he's in the top 6 or 7 in the league.
Yeah, he is. He just won't win no solid squad like that, for real. You put him with a squad that's ready to go, and if he doesn't get suspended, I think if he gets suspended 4 games, we good. If he gets suspended 8 games, it's going to be hard. But I think, man, we made the right move for what we trying to do. And the backlash that this man is getting, I feel like it's unwarranted, where he's not going to be charged criminally. And everybody wants to hang on this notion that, well, I would believe him, but it's 22 women and it's hard to go against all 22. Why is it hard to go against all 22 women? Like, it's so hard for people in media in America to side with a black man. I think they're comparing this to other black NFL players that have been in these situations. Let's not forget about like it's a couple, man. You got to think about your boy Darren Sharper. You know, how do you compare Deshaun Watson's situation to Darren Sharper? Do you remember
you can't, because
Sharper?
Darren Sharper was actually mollying women,
He was
giving women drugs, and raping them.
He was.
So he's in jail right now. So you can't really compare that situation. I think that's a little extreme. I think we can just say that we have to understand Deshaun Watson demanded a trade in the NFL that's predominantly all white owners, right? It is mafia controlled. I don't care what nobody say, the NFL is a shield. So for Deshaun Watson to go against that, which is unheard of, you got to understand, franchise quarterbacks don't request trades. Not in their prime. Name me one prime quarterback. Prime. He's in his early 20s. Name me one prime franchise quarterback that's requested a trade.
Right. Yeah,
nobody.
They tried to bury bro, man.
Yeah. So as soon as he requested that trade, now all of a sudden 22 women have come out with accusations against him. I'm not buying it. And it's like, we need to stop going with these false media narratives, because I'm telling you, this is how they're going to bring down every black man in the future. It's either going to be drugs, it's either going to be women, or it's either going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the two main things. It's either drugs or women. Either he OD'd or he's raped 30 women or 40 women. Like, come on, man. Like, people don't need to do that, especially on this man's type of time. He can go get a massage from any woman. He's on national TV. Are we serious right now? Do my man really got? I mean, like, come on, man.
They serious, bro. They dead serious.
like this doesn't make any sense to me, man. Y'all acting like this man look like Shrek or something. Like we got to stop playing, bro, like that. And I know he probably want to say that. Like, are y'all serious, man?
I'm sure he was like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, no, but he need to say it like that. Like, bro, I make enough money, I can buy if I wanted to. If it's that serious, bro. Like, why do I gotta take and bribe and do all that type of stuff? I don't have to do that. I'm Deshaun Watson.
Right.
You know, I'm one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. I'm in the MVP running. I'm playing in front of sold out stadiums everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? I got white women and all type of ethnic groups with my jersey on, showing me titties. Are you serious right now? You know what I mean? Like, so to me, it just doesn't make any sense. And I think we need to ride with him, man, and not let the NFL, not let the public scrutinize him. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm ecstatic that he came to Cleveland. You know, I'm ecstatic.
He's a good quarterback, man.
Yeah, he's a great quarterback, and it's about time. We ain't had a great quarterback since Bernie.
So you ain't think Baker was good?
No, Baker wasn't good.
He said no quick too, man.
No, Baker was always an average quarterback to me. Now we got a brother behind there that can, compete with Lamar Jackson in that division, man. And we gonna see, may the best team win.
Hey, man, how you think this guy right here gonna do at the Colts, man?
Well, I think Matt Ryan is a solid pickup
for the Colts.
Yeah, and what they gave up for him is great. A 3rd round pick, absolutely.
I'm trying to tell you, man, a 3rd round
because
pick.
you can also draft a weapon, a wide receiver in the 1st round, whatever you need to do. You didn't really give up no high powered pick for him. Right. So I like where they're going with this. You know what I'm saying? I think Atlanta is in play for Baker Mayfield. They should go after Baker. But y'all signed Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, we got Mariota for 2 years, man. So
I mean, he need to be the backup. At the end of the day, Atlanta needs to draft a quarterback. And I think that's what y'all going to do. If y'all don't sign Baker, y'all drafting a quarterback.
Yeah, we're not signing Baker Mayfield. That's definitely out of the question.
He's on the last year of a prove-it deal, man, on a rookie deal. Why not give him a flyer? He was the number 1 pick. He can come out and light it up.
Mariota will be our starting quarterback.
And it will be interesting when Cleveland comes to Atlanta this year, which we will be at the game.
Yep, sure. Without Matt and without Ridley. Wow, man.
Yeah, hey, that's crazy.
It's going to be a hell of a season, man, for us Falcon fans. But it is what it is, man. You know, I'm a diehard Falcon fan, man. Born and raised in GA, so it's all good. You know. Go Dogs. That's what I'm saying. Go Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? Because that boy Bennett came back for a 5th year to play again. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why niggas be wanting to be in college that long, but it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Like I look at it like, but in closing with Deshaun though, they're going to, like I said, they're going to try to now blackball and do all type of stuff to just shit on his name, and it's going to come with it. I mean, until he gets this cleared up, and it's like at the end of the day, what's cleared up, right? Paying for just paying them off, doing settlements and stuff. So it's unfortunate. We'll probably never get the truth, but I think just as a community, we need to stand behind them. Because if this is all they got to do is just throw some women out there and say that you touched them the wrong way or you said something inappropriate or something like that, then everybody's in danger. Like, all males are in danger. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. With Deshaun Watson overall, but we appreciate y'all for tuning in. I mean, tapping in with us, man. A lot of y'all gonna see this on replay. For the ones that tapped in on the live, man, we appreciate you.
Definitely.
We want y'all to hit the notification tab, make sure so y'all can tap in every time we drop a video. Hit the like, go in the comments. I want to know how y'all feel about all the topics that me and my man Trav went over. Like, I need to know, man. Like, what y'all feeling about it? Like everything we talked about. Trav, you got any parting words?
Yeah, man. Make sure you check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and also Google Podcasts. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. DeadBolt ATL. It's all spelled the same. If you got any questions, comments, anything you want us to talk about, you want to be a guest on our show, hop in on our live stream, or whenever we in the studio doing our thing, man, just reach out to us, man. Email us at deadbolt.atl@gmail.com. I need to bring that shit on the bottom of the screen, but I ain't finna do that shit right now. It is what it is, man.
Y'all know what it is, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Again, DeadBolt ATL, man. It's your boy Don Peoplez and Trav. Go.